Welcome back to the Crude Project. We've got Ant, Kevin the 2 Cent. As always, we've got a great episode for you guys. Well, we've got
The Return of Cthulhu.
oh my, wait, what? The
He's coming
Return
back.
It did look like Cthulhu at one point in the little. Wow! Sudden real a whole ass epiphany just happened here. Yeah. So before we get to this topic that we're going to discuss, if you guys enjoy the content that we share, if you get any value from it, please like, subscribe, and share the content, and go over to our Spotify channel for a great commute listen if you can't watch the videos on our YouTube channel. And with that bit out of the way, we'll get to this. And you brought this to my attention.
Oh, yeah. So, in my findings of the internet,
In our scouring of the internet for interesting stuff to bring forth.
there was a big thing that was found, and it was deemed to be an anomaly. There was this giant blob, is what it's been called, the blob,
The blob.
in the ocean. It's off of the Bouvet Island from the coast of Africa in
Bouvet.
the Atlantic Ocean between
Buffet?
Bouvet.
Buffet Island.
Bouvet.
Buffet Island.
Bouvet Island.
Uh-huh.
Not French owned, but the blob was a moving mass heading up the coast of Africa.
South Africa?
Spanning a
specific?
few 100 miles wide.
Wait, what? Few hundred miles?
Few hundred miles wide, with waves as high as 85 feet in the middle of the ocean. It was an anomaly. It was unheard of. It was alarming. People were scared. People thought, oh my gosh, tsunamis are coming to the shores of Africa soon. And so the, you want to pull up that picture real quick?
All right. Let's see this. Where is this place, Bouvet Island, located?
So that little dot, that is Bouvet Island, and it is north of Antarctica down there. And that is the coast of Africa. And then we have South America over there.
What's that?
So-
Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So right above, north of where that circle is, that tiny little dot, that's Bouvet Island.
Yo, you know what I just noticed?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that island and look at around the island. Bro, for miles.
Yeah.
You don't see anything else around it.
There's nothing. So it's also known as a testing facility due to its isolation.
Uh-huh.
It's deemed to be some sort of like a testing facility because there's nothing in miles. So if they were to test anything nuclear or, some sort of new mechanism, it's so far away from everything and in the ocean, it's probably not going to be bad. But
And it's hard to get to, too,
Yeah.
by the looks of it.
well, so a little bit north of there, a couple of miles, I believe it happened in February.
Okay.
And then it happened mid or the end of March, and twice now in April. We have seen this anomaly of this massive blob that is moving upwards.
Do we have a picture of this blob moving or a video of this blob? Yeah, we do. Okay. Let me know what's up. Okay. All right. Let's see this.
April 25th, 2024, and guess what is back? Let's go to 8 a.m. on the 25th, and we have our wave
Whoa.
Antarctica anomaly again.
So
Dude,
that
that's
is-
huge.
I
Look at
can't
that
wait
dark-
for Ventusky to come out and say that this is yet another glitch.
Bro, that's huge. Look at the size of that thing.
3.3 foot waves apparently, and take a look at the shape this thing makes right around our little
Whoa,
island down here that
buddy.
we have been talking about.
So that is
nonstop.
Bouvet
This isn't
Island,
some
how it literally,
USO
like,
or anything like that.
encapsulated
This is
it,
absolutely
and
some
then
sort
just
of energy
pushes
pulse,
out.
a frequency type weapon, because nothing
Could it
else
be
would cause
HAARP?
this program to think it needs to go into this mode.
So he's going
where it's
backwards
causing
right
a
now.
wave pool. Now
It's
I don't
showing
know
it.
exactly what's going on in this area right now. There could be a storm of some sort, but that's not going to produce 70 to 80 foot waves just like we saw with the anomaly from April, which I can
Oh,
actually
that
go
is
back and show you right
that's
now. Watch
actually
this.
pretty
Here's
freaking
April 9th,
crazy.
and we'll
That's-
move to
it's
8
freaky
and 11
almost.
p.m., and it's right here.
Look
Still
at
here,
that.
not removed by Ventu Sky. There's another one back in February, so I don't understand how this can be called a glitch anymore. We have something going on between Antarctica and South Africa, and once again, we need more eyes on this. We need an explanation. Something is taking place here that we don't understand and we're not being told about.
See, like
Did you
that
guys see
dot
what that
right
South
there.
Arctic
this-
anomaly
okay,
did
what
to
is this?
South Africa, y'all? The wind is so strong.
Okay, that's insane.
It's literally reversing
bro,
the
the
current of the water, y'all. Look, the
Ocean water is
water's
being
going
receded.
back. Where is it going?
Yo,
Where
that's
is this water?
insane.
Is it going? Wow.
Yo,
Y'all
ocean water
see
just
that?
receded.
It's like something have opened up in the ocean.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen some shit like that before.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen some shit like that before.
So that was one of the big things that people started to see, and there's a lady that's on TikTok. I forget her name. I sent you the video. I sent the video to you. What was her name?
Kev, do you have it? Hold on. I think I might.
Can't remember her name. But while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
So I like to see at the end there how you could see that whole U shape, and you had that little perfect circle of the island, and it just looked like it was just that pulse that it just sent out. But like you said, it happened in February, now
Right.
twice in April, and I believe there's even claims of it happening in March. This is 4 times. Now, the program, which I believe you called it, was Vault to Sky or something like that.
Mhm.
Sky to Key, Vault to Sky.
Okay.
It's a software that people use, and they're checking. You can also see wave patterns, and you could see wind traction, a whole bunch of things in the sky, atmospheric things going on. And that the first time it came out and it hit big on the news, people were actually freaking out. They were scared because something at that size moving is scary. You not find it?
I mean, no, I haven't found it, but that's like I said earlier, bro. There's the blob itself, like the initial blob itself, right? Massive,
Huge.
but then the expansion of it.
Yeah, way it moves out was ridiculous.
The size, the amount of area that it covered, that's what's freaky about it. Like, imagine if there was any cargo ships, transport ships, right?
Dude, toppled them.
Dude, gone. I mean, because there is a route where it goes around the South Africa and goes all the way up.
Yeah.
Dude, a whole lot of ships take that route for
I'm
cargo
actually
ships
surprised we
that
don't
take
have
that
any
route.
videos. I'm surprised we don't have any videos on that. I mean, it might have been whenever this happened was just at a time when there was actually nothing at that. But that's a huge. I mean, we're talking hundreds of miles. I think it was spanning.
Right.
I mean, literally, some of that blob was literally some of the sizes of countries in Africa, and that's just that's huge, dude. That's massive.
Yeah, I know you sent it, but I can't find it right now. But yeah,
Yeah, I
maybe.
forget. It's a lady, and her name is something Mally Mummy Munka Mama Lumpa Mumpa Lumpa Humpa Dumpa Lumpa.
Yeah, I can't find it.
That's all right, you man. But
Yeah.
so this lady is doing her due diligence on it. She is on TikTok. Yeah, so her name is Glam Ham.
Yeah.
Glam Ham is taking it upon herself to put deep dive on what was going on. She likes to study earthquake activity around fault lines, other things like that. But she does other things now. And now she's made 9+ videos on this blob itself. But a lot of people were really scared. And after this blob was spotted, I believe, maybe not the very last time, but the time before or somewhere in between, New Jersey had tsunami warnings.
Hold on. New Jersey?
New Jersey had tsunami warnings,
So, okay.
but it was a test.
Okay, but we saw where this blob was at. Like literally off the coast of Antarctica. That's very far from the east coast of US. You're telling me that although, yeah, it expanded pretty freaking far and wide, you're telling me that it made it all the way up to New Jersey?
No.
So what happened?
It was a test.
What do you mean by a test?
Well, if this was to happen somewhere closer, or if this was potentially able to be done somewhere off the shore, well, you got to make sure the test works, right?
Speak English. What are you saying?
I'm just saying, it seems as if this has happened more than one time in an exact location. So if this is something that could be mobile or something that can be done or something that could happen somewhere else closer to the shores of the U.S.,
Okay.
well, you'd want to make sure that you actually have a tsunami warning because, I mean, you at least got to tell some people.
All right. So now you're kind of maybe touching on the thing that a lot of people are, I think, speculating about maybe as well.
It's the what ifs, you know?
HAARP, maybe.
It could be.
So a lot of people are also speculating that this could have been the doings of HAARP. HAARP, what was HAARP again? Yeah, the high... Kev, do you have that up? Put that up, please, really quick, so our viewers can check that out really quick as well. Up. All right. So HAARP. Let's see here. What is HAARP? The High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. HAARP is a scientific endeavor aimed. Remember, I used to say that shit. Endeavor.
Endeavor.
Yeah. So endeavor aimed at studying the properties and behavior of the ionosphere. Ionosphere. Okay. We'll give a perspective of where the ionosphere is for people. It is a facility located near Gakona, Alaska. So it is in Alaska, and HAARP is owned by U.S. Its main instrument is the Ionosphere Research Instrument, IRI, an array of 180 radio antennas spread over an area of 0.13 square kilometers, 33 acres. Wow. HAARP is used to temporarily excite a limited area of the ionosphere and other instruments such as a VHF and UHF radar, a flux gate magnetometer. And what is the other word? Digisonde? I don't know. Anyways, y'all can read that and see what that is. But let's see here. Okay, so the facility was initially jointly founded by the U.S. Air Force, the Navy, University of Alaska Fairbanks, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. Oh, wow. Okay.
A lot of big words and names in here. But I mean, it is all the way out in Alaska, so how could that maybe potentially affect something all the way near Antarctica?
Here is my thought process, okay? Here's what I think. And this kind of might be along the same lines as when we talked about the flooding. Remember? Remember when
cloud seeding.
Remember when I told you about flooding one area, drying out another area? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thought process about this, honestly. What if it's owned by US, right?
Yeah.
What is to hold back US from having one of these facilities in Antarctica? And we don't know about it, and it's not public knowledge all that much, right? I mean, taking into consideration, how much do we even know about Antarctica? You know, not much. How much does a common folk, like the public,
average American, no, not much.
How much do they really know what is in Antarctica? What is being facilitated there? Do we have some kind of population that's there? Is there any structures? Do we have anyone stationed there? Sure. You know, there are some things that are there, right?
We have research facilities across Antarctica, but we just see slight pictures of them, right?
Right. Now, Antarctica is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Freaking huge. So what's to say? Remember the touring thing? People can go on a tour to Antarctica
Yeah.
to hang out with the penguins for like X amount of $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah. It's only very few
And-
people are going to that kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's also like literally right off the coast of Antarctica, where kind of it's close to where the tip of South America meets Antarctica, because it's easier for people to go from there to Antarctica. It's closer. So that activity, the whole sightseeing and your vacation spot to Antarctica, go see some penguins, that's being taken place in right off the coast. How do we know that the massive size of Antarctica that there is, right? A whole lot of these facilities are not more inland.
Oh, I'm sure
And,
there are. But it's also claimed that right off of the south of
Right.
Bouvet Island,
Uh-huh.
Russia has a actual facility.
And that was my other thing. Now, sure, US has HAARP, right?
Mm-hmm. What does Russia have?
The thing is, Russia has a shit ton of advanced technology right now.
There's claims that
So-
there was a missile that's caused this. It was a testing of some sort of
Right.
submarine missile.
What if it was that one?
The
What if-
Satan 2? Say it
what
ain't
if- what
so,
if-
dog.
What if it was that one missile that
There's a hole in the
that's
planet.
hovering on?
Hit the water. We don't even know right now. Half of Africa's underwater right now. We don't even know.
Right. So that's the thing, like, because if I'm not mistaken, U.S. it does not own Antarctica, and neither does any other country.
Yeah,
it's a neutral
joint,
zone.
Yeah, it's jointly owned.
So a whole lot of other countries have kind of their rights to be on that continent of
Mhm.
Antarctica as well. So what if other nations are over there and they might be divulging in technologies like this, and it might not be US doing it, and it might not be HAARP, but it's other nations like Russia or maybe China or maybe India's pretty far advanced in technology now too, somewhat. And what
I
if
don't
it's-
know if India
well,
will be there, my friend.
Okay.
Turn on the beam. We're going to hit the nut with the water. Make it the boom ding the Gomli plow. They push out all the water.
Okay, this ain't no airbender, okay? We ain't got no water benders out there pushing out water, okay?
What if there are water
The
benders?
South Pole, the water benders.
We figured it out. If you didn't think it was anything else other than water benders are being formed off of the coast of Antarctica, you're wrong. That's what it is. They're out there.
We got Avatar and the gang over there just water bending.
They're learning. The true waterbender showed him what it. No, let me show you one more time. So, big wave.
That's
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
That's when Aang lost it and he became the water spirit
yeah.
thing. Whoosh. That's what it was.
Case closed.
Yeah, case
See
closed.
you guys next time.
It was the Avatar.
The Awakening.
But yeah, no. Oh man. Yeah. What if? Because I mean, it could not be. Maybe it's not HAARP. Sure, because it's located in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like I said. What if it's other nations and they have some kind of technology like HAARP that is located right off the coast of, or in and right off the coast of Antarctica, and they did some shit over there, some testing right off for this, and they're like, all right, you know what? What if it's India? And because since they can't, they misfired.
Whoops. Who? Kev. When we looked up the Bouvet Island, did it say who owns it? Is it owned by a country? I want to.
I think it's the British.
British. That's what I was thinking.
I think the British United Kingdom, I think, owns the Bouvet Island, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Bouvet Island location. Bouvet Island is an uninhabited sub-Antarctic volcanic island located. Oh, so it is a volcanic island. Okay. Like ocean, blah, 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 mid-Atlantic ridge, approximately southwest of the Cape of Good Hope.
Maybe it's volcanic activity about to erupt.
I mean, I don't think tectonic plates would be shifting like that to cause a massive waves like that off of a small island like that. I don't think so. It's not a plausible thing, to be honest with you. I think it's probably some kind of nuclear testing. Oh, it's owned by what?
Norway.
It is an island independency of Norway. I stand corrected. It is not owned by the British government. It is owned by the Norwegians. All right, Norway, explain yourself.
Yeah, seriously, what do you got going on there out there bringing back the Viking lords?
Oh,
Maybe that's what it is.
you think you think
Thor's coming back?
You think Thor's over there
They're
smashing?
resurrecting Odin? Father Odin.
I don't know. Thor might be over there battling Cthulhu or some shit.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is Cthulhu. I want to go with that, actually. Forget everything else, everybody. It's Cthulhu that is coming through the ocean. If you don't know who Cthulhu is, Google search it, and I'm sorry when you see the pictures. So,
Disclaimer.
disclaimer, you're done. It's over.
Yeah,
you're not surviving this one. All right?
So that's one speculation, okay? Well, those are some speculations. That it might be Cthulhu, it might be the HAARP, it might be some Russian doomsday missile testing or misfiring from the orbit dropping on that. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe they're testing out the Satan 3.
Maybe here we, if Satan 1 was not enough.
The Satan 2 is what they have now.
Yeah,
2 is the
came
most
out.
current. They come out with 3, it takes half the planet. 4 is just a reset. The factory reset on the planet.
4 is when Pangea comes back together.
They hit it and the planets just start forming. Go.
Or we get the mountain of the Himalayas 2.0. That shit just skyrockets even more.
You can't even go to the
New
top.
records for climbers.
As soon as you get halfway up the mountain,
you start floating away. You're in space.
I'm not in the atmosphere anymore. What?
Speaking of the space, we were talking about the ionosphere, right?
Oh yeah, just to see where HAARP be
let's
dealing
see.
with.
Yeah, HAARP is basically dealing with.
Holy smokes!
Okay,
they're
so we
up
got the
there.
tropopause, right? Okay.
Troposphere.
Tropopause, right?
Right above
right
it.
there. And then we got the troposphere.
Troposphere,
tropopause, stratosphere,
hopopause,
yeah,
tropopause, hemisphere,
Stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
Okay.
Damn it. Pause, and then mesosphere, and then pause again, and then we get the thermosphere. So we're talking about.
Above the thermosphere.
So we're talking about above
top
it.
level. Our HAARP is out there on the top, dog. They out there.
So they're chilling next to like satellites out there.
Yeah. They're out there
They're out-
cruising on the edge. They're
They're out there with
walking on the edge.
with USSR and shit. Was it not USSR? No, not USS. What is it? What is that? The space station that's out there.
ours.
US, yeah, some shit.
The National Space Station. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. So we'll go with that National Space
I don't know.
Station.
Is there
U.S. National Space Station or some shit.
the U.S.
Anyways, we're up there in orbit. So HAARP is out there literally chilling way up there.
And so they deal with like
How
radio
is it-
frequencies and stuff all the way out there.
Yeah. So that's what it said. It was like radio.
International Space Station.
The
Interna-
international,
That's what
because
he said.
they're moving
That's what
all
you
over.
said.
You know what I mean?
International Space Station.
That's it.
So, yeah. How so?
Toadies a little bit. Sorry, I ain't got no room on my feet.
Playing footsies. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for HAARP to be doing shit all the way up there, causing some kind of tidal waves of 85 foot.
That's crazy. How high is
Is it plausible? Maybe. A lot of people are also saying,
75 miles in the air plus?
okay, but here's the thing. How fast does like a laser travel? Pretty fast.
I mean, that's true.
So what if HAARP is like, shooting down lasers and shit? We have seen in the past green laser activity
Mm-hmm.
in the sky. You remember those?
Yeah.
And that was happening especially around the time when Lahaina talks were going around. Remember?
It's true. And they also claimed how they were doing cloud seeding was like the lasers that were hitting clouds. So, I mean,
Exactly.
you got to be that's like the bottom of the spheres being
Right.
like
but-
that's not very high, but this
what
one
if it's shooting up from there to where troposphere is, where
possible.
the clouds are, to create cloud seeding from there with those lasers
well also
and intensifying Remember, because that's what the goal
yeah,
of it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. To make the
intensify
clouds even
intensify
bigger.
the
Yeah.
storms. What if that's what it's capable of doing? Now, these are all speculations, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
So I don't know. Y'all look it up for yourselves and check out and let us know too what you guys find. Maybe we'll be here for a rude awakening, and once we see the comment section, oh shit, you guys didn't know, buddy, but it's actually this. And we're like,
That'd be pretty
"Whoa."
cool. I know
Yeah.
what Glam Ham. She had her own speculation on what it could be, and like they have like if you put like was it like iron oxide or something like that, like in like a glass, and you
Yeah.
put a magnet to it, and everything like collects. Kind of how like she was like maybe there's something, maybe in the atmosphere or something like on the ground that
Okay.
is able to make some sort of material, iron, some related magnetized material in the ocean, on the bed, on the floor, to kind of up and move around, and it's able to push through, and it's like this directional magnetic pulse wave, something that's on Bouvet Island, because it looks very much like Bouvet Island is the source of this blob, because
Right.
it's always directly north of Bouvet Island or like directly on top of it, and then jets. So what if it's like some sort of a magnetic device of some sort
Okay.
that will then direct, or it's something that's taking like with Earth's magnetic field or something? Who knows? I don't know. But that was a very interesting thesis that she had.
So that is pretty interesting. Now, when you say on the ground, like you mean like the ocean floor?
No, like what if it was like on Bouvet Island?
Oh, like on the
like
Bouvet Island.
what if the whole island is like this device? What if it's instead of obviously it's not going to be one tower. I mean, we're talking about like 200 miles squared. That's massive thing. We're talking about like a HAARP style
right
device that
Right.
obviously Norwegians own.
Uh-huh.
But what if there's something on that island that has
okay.
the capacity to send out a magnetic pulse?
And considering the fact that we know little to nothing almost about the island, what it contains, and it's uninhabitable. So what if there's only, or uninhabited, not uninhabitable, but uninhabited? What if there's only a research facility and some scientists over there doing some stuff?
They got some tungsten rods in the ground, and they're out there
Mhm.
just sending power through it, and it's just like a fort.
You know what else I think it could be though?
What's that?
What if it's UFO activity?
Here we go. There it is. We said it. We said the word. It's aliens.
Because here's the thing.
I'm not
Okay.
saying it's aliens,
Hear me out.
but it's
okay?
aliens.
What if what if it is UFO? Now, UFOs have been sighted a lot, apparently, some in that region as well.
Okay. Okay.
Now, one recent sighting was in that region, and it was said to be a UFO
Yeah.
that was sighted by a Air Force personnel.
I think it was a Navy.
Was it Navy? Okay, so it was Navy personnel. He sighted, and he said that he saw this UFO dive into the ocean in speeds and in a versatility like abnormal. Like it's something that he has never seen, and there is absolutely no aircraft that mankind has that can maneuver like that. And when it dove, there has been reports that when it dove in the water, it was traveling 500 knots underwater.
500 knots. How fast is a knot?
Dog, I mean, that shit is, rocket fast.
We're moving, dude.
We're moving. We're moving.
He's
I mean,
gonna-
forget
I
about
mean-
rocket. I mean, that shit is fast. I mean, like a jet in the sky,
Yeah.
that's underwater. Do you know how much pressure
Yeah, water tension. We're talking about water tension. We're hitting water at 500. We're moving through the air at 500 knots or through the water?
No. Underwater, it's moving.
500 knots underwater.
This was being tracked by sonar, apparently.
I mean, that'll make some waves. If you're close, I mean, imagine you're like maybe 100 feet below the water, and how fast is 500 knots?
So 1 knot is equivalent to about 1.151 land miles per hour. So 1.5 ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, not 1.5. Just above 1.
Let's just call it even
Now
say
this-
500 miles an hour, dude.
Okay, well, we'll do like 550. 550 miles per hour. Let's just round it up all, like, we're not mathematicians over here, but let's just ballpark it, because it's a little over 1.
We'll say 550. That's moving.
Bro, that's moving. 500
Are we past
over
the
5
Mach speed?
basically. That's a good question. No, I'm not. No.
Gav, one more time.
Aerodynamics.
Are we past the Mach speed at 500?
So the actual calculation is 575.5 miles per hour.
Insane.
Almost 600, dude. That's
We
gotta
out
be
here
Underwater, though. So
underwater.
that's crazy.
That is crazy because you're talking about water tension, water pressure.
Bro, then that's ocean water, and that and
Visco-
those parts
fish,
of the
you're hitting fish. Boom, boom.
sharks.
Whole whale just hits the front. They got them wipers going as fucking fast as they can. We gotta move, boys. Boom. Blue whale just.
Bro, that's insane.
That's
So, I think, if I'm not mistaken, those parts of the waters
yeah.
are actually rough waters.
Well, it was then. Can you
So-
imagine that thing moving at 500?
Well, after
that would make waves. So, like, let's say
Well,
you're not
I don't
like
know,
super
to be
deep.
honest,
No,
with
think about it. If
that-
you're not super deep
Okay,
and you're just moving at 500, 600
but
miles
it's
an hour,
okay, but that kind of speed is creating 85 foot tall waves.
I could see it. I could see
Bro,
I could
don't.
see that. Dude, you're so like think about when like you move the aftermath
Okay,
and you're like you're punching through, it would make sense. That arrowhead,
Uh-huh.
that arrowhead formation
Okay.
is like it's
okay. Maybe at. Go ahead.
Mach 1, the speed of sound
Yeah.
is 741 miles per hour.
okay, so we
Holy
were
shit.
close.
Okay, this boy was moving
Underwater.
almost Mach.
We're almost mocking it underwater, dude.
Okay, that's it. Okay, all right. That's insane.
That's
now we
crazy.
going Mach underwater. That's that is unheard of.
Yo, we
And
killed
no,
half the fish population with that straight run.
You can't tell me jack shit, bro. Ain't nothing on this planet Earth that can move like that underwater.
I don't even think missiles underwater are moving
No,
at Mach.
and there ain't no torpedoes that can move like that. No, absolutely not.
Crazy. Can you imagine being underwater like a diver, and they would probably kill you
Okay.
from the water pressure hitting you? I would assume the concussion of that.
Yeah.
Yo, can you imagine? Like, all you hear the noise of this thing coming, reverberating underwater.
Here's what I think, though.
Flies by you at 600.
Dog.
Dog, you'd be like, what the heck?
Dog, that shit would. I mean, imagine like there's like other
You'd be in the Indian Ocean,
submarines or
though.
whatever, gone.
Gone.
They changed course real quick,
We're on course. Where are we going?
moving fast too. Oh shit, we speeding towards another way, boys. We just
The
landed
amount
in
of
South Africa.
Fish, the amount of fish that would probably be dead from that, you
Yeah.
would see a trail of just dead fish. That would be a good sign right there too to know. But again,
Okay, true, but not all fish are kind of like hanging around in the open waters. There's like that. So
yeah, they
in
have
the,
like a
in the
level where
open,
they hang out.
yeah, but there's like in the open. If I'm not mistaken, in the open waters and open oceans like this, schools of fish are only in certain areas and they move around. It's not just like cluttered all over.
Well,
of the
true.
ocean.
But I mean, if you're moving at 600, you're hitting something.
Yeah, of course you're hitting something because you're not. Well, here's the thing.
Booking it, dog.
Here's the thing. If that thing is moving that fast, that means the technological capabilities of that craft. I don't know if I want to call it an aircraft at that point. Is it an aircraft? Shit, this thing is underwater. We
Multi-craft?
could call it a submarine at this point too. Shit. I mean, multi-craft, I guess. So,
UFO.
okay.
UFO. But it wasn't flying anymore. It was swimming.
No, but it's
He was flying through the air, though.
Yeah.
Or flying through the water. That ain't no joke.
I don't know. Underwater. UWO.
UWO.
Mystery craft.
Okay, so with its technological capabilities to maneuver like that, I'm guessing that it has really, really advanced sensors as well, sonar, and probably pretty good pilots and capabilities to dodge whales left and right and not cause any damage to. I don't know. I mean, we're avoiding megalodons over here and shit. You know. I mean, what if it broke the barrier? Ocean. What is that? Mariana Trench shit. And awakened megalodons. I mean, here's my thing.
Why are you saying like that?
So here's
Why
the
do you
thing.
have to put that on
I don't
us?
know. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so when you say
Slides by them.
when you say when it's moving that fast, it could create the 85-foot waves, possibly. But here's my thing. I don't think so. But I think this is what can maybe create the 85-foot, the UFO. This is how maybe it could. The initial dive.
Oh.
If it is being, yes, the initial dive, because it is said to have these UFOs from so many people's reports,
Instant acceleration.
but also there is a force field that these guys have active at all times. And the force
So when
field
they're able to go through,
apparently is made of, gravity. What if because it's going at such high speeds, right? Diving and the gravitational
force field hitting the water
hitting
tension.
the water.
Yeah, because you have water tension. The faster you go at it, sometimes the stronger the water tension will be until it's like at such a level. So now you have gravity hitting water tension. I mean, it's like, yeah, that would cause a
Boom.
shockwave.
Like that shit is just like a sinkhole at, first, and then it's an implode or explode.
Do you imagine if you could see that moment on Google Maps?
But here's the thing. Now I gotta say the other part as well, okay? That's one theory, right? But the other theory is because of its technological capabilities, this has also been cited or reported that Boy made 0 waves when it went underwater.
It just
Boy
went
was
in.
silent.
Just
Gone. And then it was just
gone. Can you imagine dodging whales? 600. Dude, you're in the cockpit. You're done. You're. Dude, you're like, you don't have your seatbelt on. The alien tells you, what did he say? He say, why is the seatbelt on? Holy shit. You'd be like, remember Men in Black when Will Smith was plastered to the back of the car? That's me on the back of the spaceship. Slow down.
Dude, speaking of the inside of these things, I saw images of speculated images, okay? It is not proven, but it is, some people claim that the inside of these things, because some people apparently had hands-on experience with these things. They claim that the government has confiscated
Wait, the
UFOs.
government said that.
Well, yeah, the government has confiscated UFOs, and they are in, like, multiple of these have been in their position for dozens of years now, apparently. And they have gotten to the point where they have put engineers and scientists on them to be able to,
We're driving them.
well, reverse engineer it. And a lot of people claim that it is not UFO, like this is not extraterrestrial.
Now it's human use.
We are making these now, reverse engineering them, and we own a bunch of these replicas based off of the original. And now these originals, harvesting the original's powers, we are able to now make our own, and the the many sightings
Or just
is
us.
because of the influx of many sightings, are us.
The next
and
Top Gun
that
movie is
the-
about to go wild.
Yeah, here's the thing. Tom Cruise about to be an alien spaceship.
Maverick, we're not even going to be able to film it. It's just going to be credits roll. What happened? Is it lights come on? You're in the theater. Fuck happened? This is 20 seconds.
You missed it, buddy. What? I told you not to blink.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some pop. Is that the credits? What do you mean? It's great. Just gone.
Bro, imagine that shit. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, there has been reports that or claims, I guess,
That we
that
have
that we've
re-engineered. We're
re-engineered
using it now.
UFOs, and now that the multiple sightings are because of the, I guess the what do you want to call it? The negligence or carefree.
Oh, we just don't even care anymore. We're just out there
just
flying them around.
mistakes, I guess, of human errors of trying to keep these things secret, whereas apparently the
Like Joe Biden.
originals, you know, the UFOs
Mhm.
were good enough to be maneuvering around without being able to be seen all that much by the the public. But the ones that are re-engineered or reverse engineered and that are piloted by the I guess the humans,
Yeah.
they are not as capable as them to be able to fly them
Undetected.
secretly and undetected. Yes.
Maybe
So-
they forgot to turn on the force field when they hit the water. Not once, twice, third time, but a fourth time.
Yeah. But some do claim that in the inside of these UFOs, it was my point, that inside of these UFOs are apparently, like, you can get lost in it. Like, it's that huge. Like, it almost looks endless. Like, you can go inside it and you'll see you won't be able to see the end of it.
Like it's like the horizon just turns into a point, and then that's just it. Well,
Like,
I thought
it's a
these were
lo-
supposed to be like this. We're
I
not-
know, but they're saying that that's what the alien technology
We're in another
basically has.
dimension. We're going in
Like,
ship
that's
into another
almost-
dimension.
Yeah, that's almost what it. Do you guys remember the black? Well, not the black, the silver.
Surfer.
Well, not the silver surfer, but
So it's like
the
a room and a
silver
room and a room and a-
monolith. Do you guys remember this silver monolith that was appearing?
Randomly, like on the.
Look up.
I know what you're talking about.
Look
yeah.
up, silver monolith if you want. But there was a silver monolith that was appearing, and people were like, "What the hell is that?" It's just out in
Oh, in the middle
random,
of nowhere. Yeah, yeah,
random,
like those little obelisk
random.
things, and they were just like appearing out in the desert or out in random parts of forested area. I think. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I had heard claims that was debunked, that people were just putting them out there.
Mhm.
And I stopped at that when I saw that, and I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So I didn't look anymore, but I had heard that they were just placed as like a hee. But it's like, what? Who?
I did hear that too.
Who the fuck is doing that?
Right. I did hear that too. But my point is not about that. My point was just like similar to the silver monoliths. Apparently, there was claims that when there was these UFOs that were confiscated by the government and they were being reverse engineered by the engineers that they had placed on them to work on them and the scientists, some claim that on two sides of the aircraft,
Yeah.
there were black hovering monoliths.
Oh, that's just their space guns. Yeah, that's what that is.
No. Completely detached from the aircraft.
Yeah, it's like
and
a
the
DLC.
aircraft itself apparently was hovering. And remember the force field that I was telling you about?
Mhm.
The force field was also active.
They couldn't touch the.
They
craft.
couldn't apparently touch the craft itself because there was a force field around it at all times. Like just
Bro, was
pushing your
leveled up.
hand back. Like almost like have you tried putting two magnets
Yeah,
together
yeah, where you
backwards?
get that feeling.
Yeah, and it's so hard to like put two magnets together
Yeah.
on the opposite sides. It's like giving you like resistance. It was like something like that the person couldn't put their hands on the aircraft on the craft itself, the UFO, because it was that gravitational force field was pushing their hand back.
Yeah.
And the black monoliths were not these huge ones, the tall ones. They were more so of like smaller, maybe 3 foot to like 4 foot monoliths, or even maybe smaller. And then there was different ones. There was these like rectangular ones hovering, but there were also claims of round, spherical, black, almost like marble looking, almost like giving off a hue from the like internally from in the center of it. hovering also having a force field like that around it.
Yeah, those are the guns. Yep.
So like if shit like that does exist, well, people claim that it does exist.
Those are the missiles. Those monoliths.
What is
Earth Destroyer.
yeah? What's maybe these 85-foot waves or something that has to do with alien tech, and it isn't.
We're just practicing with it.
It isn't maybe the Satan 2 missile. It isn't maybe just the Satan 3 missile.
Or the
Maybe
HAARP,
it
or
is,
it's not
yeah, or the HAARP,
regens.
because the HAARP is, a laser. What is claimed that it's a weather manipulation technology, and apparently it can manipulate the clouds or whatever and intensify the storms or
Yeah.
whatever,
Whatever
right?
that is.
But what if it's actually something far, far, far more advanced and much greater than that? And because what other great place can they do these testings
Out in
than
the middle of the ocean.
than middle of the ocean in a far, far off remote island that nothing else is around it, and it's not all that common to get to or easy to get to.
Now, no 80-foot wave, kind of hard. Maybe they knew people were coming, and that was just they pushed them out.
But
No.
so what's your take, or what's your take, Kev, on the UFOs?
Kev, what
do
do
you
you
think that UFOs actually do exist, and are they aliens, or are they man-made vessels?
Yeah. What do you think caused these
Both.
waves?
Like they admitted to UFOs, right? But we don't know. UFO is just unidentified
Mm-hmm.
flying object, so we don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
So they exist.
okay.
Right? I probably we reverse engineered,
Mm-hmm.
and in terms of like the cause of the blob, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could literally be anything at this point. And like, crazy thing to me is that like something like this would be like big news, but like it just seems like it's just blends in with the rest.
Well, yeah, the first time they tried to call it a glitch,
Yeah.
and now it's happened 2 more times since then.
Was it total of 4, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, everyone's very familiar with 3. So it was
Mhm.
once in what was it? How's it go? January, February, March,
Mm.
April, May. Yeah. So once in March,
Mm.
twice in April, and
Mhm.
then one time allegedly in February, I believe as well. So
Mm.
4 times.
And so like if we're gonna go down this rabbit hole, then like, who's to say that they can't like pass through matter?
Zero.
Okay. Now you're pushing towards something
Because
that
like you're explaining about the UFO when they
Yeah.
walked in and like it looked like a long ass hallway.
yeah.
They went into the small ass UFO and then
Yeah.
when they walked in, it looked like they entered the Death Star,
Yeah.
right?
Quite
Yeah.
roomy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like
That's what the
who's-
internals apparently look like.
if that's what the case, then like that means space and time, our version of space and time,
Mm-hmm.
is not their version of space and time. Like they
Okay.
might be on like another,
Dimension.
12th dimension type shit. And so
You
like,
mean-
if that's the case,
Yeah.
then if they're underwater and they're going straight, and obviously there's mass and
They're just
matter,
passing through
they're
whales.
just passing through.
They're not even on our level. They're on that
Mach
top shelf.
speed underwater
Top
is
shelf of
actually
Zaza.
them just passing through space and matter.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, if we're really
Imagine
getting at
that.
that level, yeah, the whole viscosity of water probably doesn't even affect. You know what I mean? They're just moving through space.
What I want to know is where the hell what happened with the government hearings about the UFO? Did you see that they just like kind of went away, just like the Epstein bullshit?
It was enough. People
just
got
went
bored
away?
of it. That was it. That people stopped talking about it, so it was enough
Yeah.
for them not to have to do anything about it. That
But
was
then
it.
we're continuing to see sightings of UFOs apparently, and apparently recently there was a more. It's dubbed the most clearest and authentic picture of a UFO. Some photo of a real crystal clear UFO, like Same. That that's
Same little sphere dome.
yeah, that flying saucer looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I just want to add too that like personally, I think this is like one of the cool parts
Yeah.
about this because like it's up to your imagination at this point because like they're not gonna give you the details.
Yeah.
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 But-
So it's like when we talk about this, like for example, like today we're talking about this
Mm-hmm.
and we're saying all these what ifs and like
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to imagine like
What could be?
right what's possible, you know.
Okay. Yes.
And like very excited for the future.
Well, here's the thing. I'm excited, skeptical, but I'm also kind of on the edge, borderline scared.
Yeah, I
Here's
mean,
the
within
thing.
the wrong hands, anything could really happen.
Well, okay. So my thought is that if we've been intercepting actual UFOs with their aliens in them as well.
How many times before they get pissed and come down?
Exactly. Bro, how many times are they going to say, they're primitive, they don't know any better. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just let it slide. Just let it slide. It's fine. It's fine. They're primitive. Let
On
it
the
slide. How
chalkboard.
many times?
Another one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that's it. Send the Satan 7.
No, that's when you're gonna see like the Covenant ships.
Right.
Bro,
Are you gonna see the
an armada, a whole ass fucking armada of these UFOs with like,
And
what was
then-
that? Starships.
Yeah, they all come from warp space and there's like where'd the sun go?
And then they're
Solar
gonna have
eclipse again?
these drop pods, and then they're gonna have all these alien ships come down. They're gonna start wreaking havoc, and then people in the U.S. we're gonna start shooting back. It might not
Because
be
we don't
damage,
know any better. Yeah.
but like we're gonna be shooting back, and I don't know about everyone else in the world, but that's what we're gonna be doing. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna see the Master Chiefs, the Spartans, start dropping.
I need a weapon. ODSTs are dropping. Helldiver joining the battle. Sending reinforcements. Oh no.
Is that a 380?
What's that say? 3-8.
Oh man.
Eagle 1 joining the fight. Please no.
But
Wait,
again,
wait.
like this is just I'm just circling back to
Uh-huh.
like what could be, you know.
Okay. What could be that?
Even
When
like
you
a
said-
future like that that's like that's honestly terrifying.
Yeah.
Right? That's still fucking cool.
Okay, but it's cool until you see.
Until you're in it. And
No,
I
no,
want
no.
to see
No, I'm-
Monday.
I admit
It's
it
cool
would be
until you see a
terrifying.
white light from that armada just drop above.
Be like, when
And that's the
Covenant-
last thing you
Covenant
saw.
just wipe that city and you'd be like, in the arms of the angel.
There's just glassing planets.
Yeah.
Well, that's my thing. Like, how much can they take until they're like, no more? By this time around, they've taken a whole platoon of ours. You know what? That's enough. And the other thing that you touched on was you were like, what if they're moving through time and space? Or right?
Their version's different.
Their
than
version,
ours.
yeah, their version is different than ours. That reminds me of the what if. The whole folding of
Oh, like bending
dimensions.
space,
Yeah,
like a
quantum
typical,
entanglement.
wormhole.
Yeah. Now I don't know. Like obviously, I'm not a physicist, and I'm not an astrologist or whatever. All the shit, scientist. But quantum entanglement is apparently a thing. Not sure if you guys have heard of this. I think you
No,
have,
no,
right?
I think it's above my pay grade.
Now, quantum entanglement is something where apparently you take space, right? I believe it's space. So say this is the space, right? Fold it.
Okay. Folded
Now,
space.
Space is folded, right?
Folded space. Got it.
I'll give you an example of it on the paper. Sorry. Space, right?
Yep.
Linear.
Okay.
Parallel, right?
Uh-huh.
Where's the pen?
I don't have a pen.
Nope. Okay. So this is how it is. Boom. Right through it.
Wait,
And
now
then-
you got to go through double space.
No. space is folded. Now, in order to get from one point to another point, it happens instantaneously.
Because you don't have to go from
You don't have
here
to go
to
from,
here.
Yeah.
It's here to here.
Yep.
Oh, do you see? See how we did that?
Apparently, technology like this has been claimed that exists, and it's called quantum entanglement, where you are here, and through this, now you're here instantaneously.
Oh,
And it's-
teleportation.
Yeah. Well,
Technically, you're still. Yeah, I mean,
Interdimensional travel?
Sure. Technically, yes.
Oh, here
It was-
we go.
It was, I guess you could say, yeah, teleportation, but it's so fringe, I guess, and mainstream, I guess, to call it teleportation, that immediately people will start being like, oh, okay, yeah, well, teleportation. Oh, okay, whatever. But it's not necessarily teleportation, to
Yeah.
be honest. It's simply moving from one spot to another.
Sounds like
and-
teleportation to me.
Yeah, and it's, yeah. That's,
Sounds
and
like you
that-
just explained teleportation.
And
Call
that's
me a
what I
peasant
said.
if you will.
And that is what I said as well. I was like, okay, wait.
It's
It
when
sounds
you get
like
to those-
teleportation to me.
Yeah.
But apparently, that technology does exist, and it's existed for a while now, apparently. And this is how every time that they have supposedly downed UFOs, the first ones that are always been on the scene are these so-called men in black suit and
We'll take it
armed-
from here.
and armed men. Yeah, and armed men. Because do they always appear on the scene so fast?
Oh,
And no like human sightings or people don't appear on the sites first. Like there's very few of those. Very few, very, very, very few of those. They always make it like the crash landing always happens, and then like it's in a very, very short amount of time that
They're
that
there.
supposed UFO or whatever that was down, they're there, and the UFO is also gone from there. And now it's in one of their facilities.
Look at that Goku
This is-
intertransmission.
Apparently, yeah, this is apparently how they have been able to keep it away from the eye of the public. Apparently, because of like, these are claims that these are some technologies that they have possession of, that they can appear at the side of it because they've downed it with apparently some kind of gravity lasers.
I think we're going off a deep end, dog.
I'm
We're
just
talking about
saying.
a blob here, man.
We're talking about a blob that might be connected to a whole lot of alien tech. Who knows? So, yeah. Then appear, disappear with the craft and its pilots. And now you're in some Area 51, 2, 3, 4 facility, dissecting these aliens and
Taking
the aircraft.
top off that joint. Peeling his muffin cap back blue. No.
Oh, beady eyes and shit.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, crazy, right? I mean, I don't know. That these are some of the claims that I was pretty like shocked and stunned to like hear some of this stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
ain't no. I still don't obviously believe any of this. These are just speculations of what the government, and this is not just something that apparently the government of U.S. has their hands on. Apparently, there's a joint operation. Like U.S. apparently has hands on it. Russia has, UK, France, whatever, and this is basically the dark side of everything.
Right,
The,
you're
the,
dropping
the side
aliens
that
on the
the side that
low.
they will never show to the public, the side that they will never want the public to know. Now, something that happened in Amazon is kind of related to this, hence the joint coalition forces that were there, but that's for another time maybe.
Good Lord.
Yeah, a whole lot of bombs were dropped just now, but and food for thought for for all of our viewers.
Trying to remember how
And-
we got from the blob. Potential blob.
Not to mention,
Interdimensional travel.
not to
blob.
mention, remember the because this is something that's happening off of the coast of Antarctica, and a lot of speculation is about what the hell is going on off the coast of Antarctica and what could possibly be at Antarctica, and could something that is in Antarctica be causing this as well. Remember the pyramid that was in Antarctica?
Buzz Aldrin
Yeah.
said he stated that on a trip he took down there to Antarctica a couple of years ago, he stated that he saw jet black style pyramids that gave off this very evil essence or vibe. I think he made a tweet or something about it because he started to have health concerns while he was near the sightings of these pyramids. And then he tweeted out a legit picture of the pyramid, and it was like, this is evil, this is the enemy. And they obviously brushed that under the rug and claimed that it was dementia, or that because of his age, and also past times when he stated that we had never really been to the moon. When certain press conferences he was asked about it, and again they claim it's his age, maybe he's gotten dementia again, or things like that, Alzheimer's.
But there was a awfully odd coincidence of timing of his death, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, shortly after all of these claims of his, he was no longer with us.
I mean, yeah, it, I don't know of his time
he
of
was
death
old.
after his, after he went out on Twitter. Yeah, he was rather old, so it is a little hard on this case to be like, not like the guy from Boeing, the whistleblower from Boeing.
Yeah.
That one was a little rough, but
Yeah.
that wasn't like this case. I don't want to diverge into that, but that.
We should have talked about that too.
Oh, the whistleblower from
The
Boeing?
whistleblower from the Boeing
It's like
issue.
another topic.
I mean, yeah, that could be another topic. If you guys want to tie it into that into this as well, I mean, we can. But all I'm saying is they be doing some shady ass shit. Bro.
That wasn't even shady. That was in which one are you talking about? The Boeing?
That
Was out in public. That was out in straight public, dude. That was like the guy who literally was halfway through a trial, decided to go back to his hotel in his truck and just off himself. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Seriously? Like, that is what? My man was literally like case in the bag, prime witness.
Apparently, his lawyer was also super vague about all the answers that he was giving, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. A whole lot of investigation has not been done. I don't want to kind of say anything that will sound like I claimed something that might not be true, because investigation has not been fully completed yet." So
He
we're
wanted
gonna
to go
have
home. What
yeah.
it was. He wanted to make it to his front door.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that cover-ups for that is pretty freaking huge. Here's the thing. Would I fly on a Boeing plane from now on?
Nope. The doors be flying off over Alaska. You kidding me? You're right.
That's all I'm saying. Would I be flying on a Boeing plane from now on? Choose your aircraft carriers.
Very
wisely.
carefully.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. I mean, that can be a really long discussion, because we can go into the nitty-gritty of that stuff. But
All you need to do is listen to his testimony and the things he said about the parts they were using for those planes, and that's more than enough for you to be like, oh, no, I value life. Yeah, no, I won't get on a Boeing.
yeah,
Just the amount of negligence that was given, and the CEO was like, well, we're trying to find a fine balance between, income and personal safety.
right.
Look, what? There is no fine. There is no balance. I want to go home.
Insane.
You don't need to be figuring out where you're going to be making profit.
Boy had been there with Boeing for so long, overseeing all of this, and under his watch, all of this was being overturned, overlooked, and blatantly disregarded, even though he had stated all of these problems so many times and brought it to the upper management's attention so many times. Boy was just being brushed off like We got it. Don't worry about it. And nothing was being done about it.
No.
And the people that were being hired to do some of these jobs, apparently there were zero meritocracy involved in that. Zero. So
Was it a diversity hires?
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
People-
Apparently,
wow.
recent hirings, have been people that have little to zero experience in doing these jobs, apparently. And those are the people that are literally fixing your planes and letting you fly up.
You ever worked on an aircraft? Fixed a carburetor on a lawnmower. Yeah, here's a wrench.
My God.
Go
bro.
fix this plane.
Insane. Honestly, insane that they can be. I don't know. Like, I don't want to go as far as saying maybe they're doing this deliberately, but I don't know.
I mean,
All I'm gonna
they knew it and they didn't do anything, so they deliberately kept doing it. So in all honesty, yeah, it was a deliberate doing to know the issues that were being done and turning a blind eye because you were making a profit because you couldn't.
Sounds like every big corporation.
It
Yeah.
does. It does, unfortunately.
I mean, and Boeing is one of those companies who is not only just making your commercial planes, but they are one of the companies who are also developing military equipment and military aircraft as well. So
They should be making plenty of money.
So technically,
Our plane
they
should
are
be perfectly
yeah,
safe.
So technically, they're making a shit ton of money because of all the wars. They're pocketing. They're pocketing big time. So there's no reason why they can't invest a little bit of money for the planes
To be safe.
proper maintenance, and
Yeah.
and safe,
We need them planes that landed in Dubai in that water.
bro.
That's what we need.
Oh man, and them pilots,
Yeah.
and them pilots.
Yep, pilots and planes.
Man, the way to be able to land in that safely. Well, bro, my man literally landed in the ocean. Zero disregard to.
What did you say that during that episode? This is what you call hydroplaning.
He said that's where the term probably came from.
Dude was out there Tokyo drifting in a whole 747. but- Tokyo, man, Tokyo, man, He out there just flapping the thrusters and shit. He's showing off after a little while. He's doing donuts out in the water. All right, Ken Block. Calm it down. Calm it down. Get the people off.
Could you imagine, like, you're in the sky and the fucking doors open?
Yeah.
Now, because there's no oxygen. Like, the masks come down, and
Yeah.
I just looked it up, and there's only, like, 10 to 20 minutes of oxygen per mask.
Bro, that's insane.
Well, they would have to drop down, I guess, right?
No, yeah,
Mhm.
immediately.
Yeah. You have to drop altitude and like land. But I mean, luckily, if they were fueled up enough, they could just like hover at an extremely dangerously low level, at not normal. What do they travel? 36,000 feet? They're probably like half that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, 32, 36. Yeah. You know what I did forget to mention?
What's that?
The UFO thing that was cited to be diving under the water like that.
Uh-huh.
The name of that project that there was investigation being done on that.
Uh-huh.
I had it written down here and I forgot while we were talking. I was so into it. Apparently, Homeland Security released. It was called. Released the documents for that. Homeland Security released the documents for that, and it was called Project Aqua.
Oh, how original of a name. That's
Right.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Project Aqua.
So that's a little tidbit for people that want to maybe look into what the hell Project Aqua is. Yeah, that's what it is. Project Aqua. Look into it, and you'll find some things that I don't know I missed or to say, and
Great,
drop
we just
it.
got flagged.
Yeah.
They talked about it. They talked about it. They talked
Well,
about it.
no. I don't think so because they released it to the public, so it's public knowledge now, right?
Mm.
So I don't think so.
It's a private company, YouTube.
It's pretty public. We got millions of people on.
No, they have their own rules. Remember?
True, but
YouTube just let it slide, right? Let it
I
slide.
mean, if we got flying saucer videos on YouTube, then I think we're good. Yeah, but anyways, that was something. Yeah, and then I wanted to also explain about the quantum entanglement a little more, but we'll leave it for another time. Maybe, I don't know.
We need some. I need to. Is this going to be on the final? Like, I might have to study for that a little bit, buddy.
Oh man. So someone basically explained it a little bit, and I'm still skeptical about how that really works. But it's basically how they explained it was two atoms, one being shot up to however far, and then the other atom here being twisted to match its frequency, and then that's how you can receive and transfer data, or thing, apparently.
Let me try this.
I don't know.
It's not working. You know, I twisted it, and that was the same frequency.
And honestly, that might be a little bit something different, but it was, like I said, I'm still skeptical of everything. So, speculation on all of this, head to toe.
Other than the Boeing part.
Other than the Boeing part,
We know what happened there.
Yeah,
We know what happened there.
Boeing out here fucking just
Dirty. They did them dirty. Terrible. Don't like it.
Yeah. Tinfoil hats for some of it, but for some of it, no.
Open your eyes on some of that. And
Anyways.
Boeing, don't come after me, please. I'm sorry. You know, I want to go home.
Well, just look at the planes that you're flying from now on.
I'm not flying
Oh.
anymore. That's the
Oh,
thing.
you're not flying no more?
There it is. I'll walk. I'll swim. I'll take one of the crafts.
All right.
I'll be there in no time. Flying, dude. Right through the water. What is this flux of waves going from U.S. to Europe? All my face is all stretched back. Where are the brakes?
You just crash landing. Oh man. All right, boys. Y'all got anything else?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. All right. Well, a whole lot of stuff that was discussed here, but food for thought, I guess, for everything. And take everything that we have said here for a grain of salt, with a grain of salt, actually. And yeah, always do your own research. Don't believe anything I said or Ant said or whatever. And remember, so this is a speculatory show, so we do speculate on a whole lot of things that interest us. And with that, guys, if you like the content that we shared today, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more like this, and go over to our Spotify channel. Follow us for a great commute listen. If you can't watch this video, if you can't see some of the clips that we have shared here, some of the pictures, follow us on Spotify for a great commute listen. And with that,
See you guys next time.
peace out.